think we have company. This shouldn't take long. Save me some trouble and give up already.
God, I hope there's a bounty on you.
This is a joke. Can't take much more. Wasting my time. I'm gonna send you to hell.
You are really pissing me off.
You're messing with the best.
Come on, asshole! Take him out!
This shouldn't take long.
Keep firing!
That's what I call a confirmed kill. Damn gunners at this place.
Hell yeah.
Locked down pretty tight.
Hey,
What's up? Commonwealth Savings Bank of McCready, open for business.
Hey,
Well, this should send a message to the gunners to stay off my back.
I'm sure they heard you loud and clear.
Definitely. The gunners, it's always about the bottom line. And they just lost this entire way station, and that cost them big. Besides, they have no way of knowing I was involved. Anyway, I guess I owe you a favor now. After all, you hired me, but I'm the one that dragged you out here.
Well, I wasn't about to let you have all this fun alone.
Glad you enjoyed it. Tell you what, I'm going to give you back the caps you paid me in Good Neighbor. I'll still stick with you because that was part of the original deal, but now we're even. There you go. I guess we're done here. Lead on, boss.
I think that was Ella Fitzgerald confirming that thought. Recently, like I certainly haven't, because I haven't been anywhere, you might not know about the latest news there. You may have heard the name Bobby No-Nose, which out of context sounds pretty funny. But I mean, she's a ghoul, so it's actually sort of, you know, literal. Anyway, there was talk, still I hear, that she was, maybe up to something? A heist, as they say, hypothetically? Something sort of big? I guess? Yeah, maybe. Who knows, though? Well, she sort of, disappeared. No sign of her. And nothing has gone
Nick.
missing.
Time to hit the road?
Which I realize...
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
This is a serious news story. Don't undercut yourself.
Did the job go wrong? Or was it so successful that, just no one knows about it? There may never be answers. Which makes it kind of hard to, you know, report on it. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Next is, I don't want to set the world on fire by,
I'm gonna run some diagnostics while you're tinkering. Take your time.
a stranger came to town that might help you. That's the best I can offer.
Trying to kill us all.
You have to
Drive us into the ocean.
There may have been a crime.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time for
Mariner
this.
says the island's alive, and it's got it in for us.
There has to be someone who's here to investigate.
Heads up.
If I got it. Yeah, so long as you're carrying it.
Heads up.
Go on.
You know, when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and, a pony.
I see. I'm afraid some of those things I'm not in a position to give. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
I know this joke. Two androids walk into a bar.
I'm afraid the punchline isn't going to be very funny. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Nick.
Synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We'll talk later. This is a lot to take in.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer, none of us take. That someone, I want you to understand that. One more question. Tell me, are you a synth?
No, but if I squint real hard in the mirror, sometimes I look like someone else.
I'm afraid when I try that trick, nothing really changes. I know it might seem impossible that you could be a synth, but tell me, what's the first thing you can remember?
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Thank you. You've given me a lot to think about.
I'm glad to hear it. And I'm sure you're eager to talk to...
So, everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them. You're from the Commonwealth, like Kasumi, yes? I'm sure you've had your own experiences with my kind.
Well, I know Nick, obviously.
Yes. Of course. What else can I do for you?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps
You were in there a long time. Are you feeling all right?
I'm fine. You worry too much.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough.
You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Excuse me.
So, you've talked to Dima. You know why we're here. I certainly hope that you'll consider helping us. Dima's vision is worth fighting for.
So, you're a synth?
I am. I hope that's not a problem for you. Dima has worked hard to create... He's put so much of him. Sometimes I worry about... And that's not even meant...
Right. Wouldn't want him blowing a fuse. Huh?
No.
If there's anything I can do to help out, just let me know.
Well, if you're... There's a boat along the coast of the island. The boat never finished. My understanding...
Sure thing, Faraday. I'll get the drives for you.
Thank you. I really do.
Enough.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed. Perhaps not as quietly or efficiently as possible, but thankfully she was never in any real danger. I'm afraid your journey was
Shut up. And miss out on a fun boat ride? Never.
Well, then at least you have the return trip to look forward to. Acadia is a safe... Every synth I've tracked, my job is to make...
Enough. How do you manage to track down synths and bring them here?
I have a network of contacts throughout the area. Some from my time with the Institute, some after. I know the Institute's tactics, and use that to my advantage. You have Dima's blessing, so by all means, make yourself comfortable.
So, what's your story?
I used to be a courser, returning synths that had escaped from the Institute. I was tracking a synth and instead found Dima. He convinced me of the truth and the error of my ways. I rejected the Institute, made sure they couldn't track me, and dedicated my life to instead helping synths find freedom.
I'd like to help you all. Is there anything I can do?
Actually, as a matter of fact, there is. If you've had some experience traveling.
All right, I'm listening.
We were expecting a new synth to arrive. There's been no sign of him.
This island is a death trap. Your synth probably ended up as Mirelurk food.
I certainly hope not, but I'd like to know for certain. You should start by talking to Brooks in Far Harbor. He's the one who meets the new... Of course, he's not... If he doesn't cooperate, that's as much help as I can give.
Want me to take a look at that terminal? You just say the word. Always had a way with machines. Building a collection or something?
And that was Frankie Carl there. Well, I mean, I guess it was actually Marjorie Hughes doing the singing, but... Never mind.
I understand you've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
Quaint, with sort of an old world, burn it to the ground and salt the earth kind of charm.
Interesting. Of course, it was already burned to the ground once. I'm not sure attempting that again would yield much. This island, with all of its danger, and it will continue, and then passing that knowledge along to
If that's what floats your boat.
it gives me a sense of... I should note that I'm not full... Since Dima has approved it.
Glad you're back, Nick.
I'd like to help you with your research.
Oh, well, okay. There's a flower native to this island. It doesn't quite have the brilliance of... I'm personally rather fond of it. If you could bring me additional... I can offer you a meager...
I have some flowers for you.
I'm sorry, is this a joke I'm not in on? If you do actually find any, I'll be happy to take them. Can I help you? Can I help you? Did you need something?
New guy, right?
Look, I'm not anybody worth talking to. My head is killing me. Now's not a good time.
Oh, yeah. Practically a 5-star resort you got here.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's rough around the edges. But someday, it'll be amazing.
You try having somebody botch a mind wipe on you and see how it feels. Then get back to me, okay?
What do you mean, mind wipe?
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're a synth on the run. You go to someone, you get a new face, and they wipe your mind so the Institute can't find you. Only somebody screwed mine up.
So here I am. Now just, please, leave me alone.
Hey there.
So you're that new fellow from the Commonwealth. It's so wonderful to meet someone from back home. I'm afraid Kasumi doesn't seem to want to discuss it, but how are things there?
Getting better every day, I think.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
Blah,
Acadia
blah.
is all well and good.
If this is boring, I'd hate to see what you consider exciting.
Oh, aren't you a card? I'm sure I'll see.
Enough.
Acadia may not look like much from the outside, but it's all some of us have got. It certainly wasn't what I was expecting, but it means there's hope, right?
Oh, sure. A little hope and some duct tape, and all your problems are solved.
I know, I know. Not exactly a fortress, is it? When I first escaped, I had no idea what to do with myself. I was so lost, so scared. But I heard rumors of Chase and what she was doing, that she was bringing people to a safe place. A place just for us. And now here I am, for all it's worth.
You're lucky to have found a place in the world.
Yeah, I guess. I've just got to keep telling myself.
That's a nice little setup. Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
Did you need something?
You're new here too, huh? I mean, I haven't been here that long myself. Honestly, I'd be dead right now if it weren't for Chase. Turns out it's pretty hard to live as a synth in the Commonwealth.
I'm sorry to hear that you suffered.
Thanks, but it doesn't matter now. I'm here, and I'm safe. And I'm never leaving. I'll see you around, okay?
Ugh, circuitry is completely fried.
Kasumi Nakano?
Sorry, I'm right in the middle of something.